I'm wondering if Senator Hall would feel the same if students walked in and instead of the word God, the word Allah welcomed students to their school.
It's the God who spoke against money, and the money I carry in my wallet has to say, "In God we trust." I think that's offensive.
Exactly.
Wow.
How long have I been saying that?
Let's bring
That makes
in
total sense.
Dan Bongino. He's the former NYPD officer, former Secret Service agent, host of the Dan Bongino Show to talk about this. Dan, you have Senator Dan Hall and the one you just saw there who said it was offensive, Senator John Marty. This is in the state of Minnesota, and they're mad because "In God We Trust" is now going to be, well, there is a Republican senator who sponsored legislation to put "In God We Trust" back in the schools. These guys are saying, these two Democrats, exactly, that we are offended by it. We don't even want it on our money.
Yeah, I think in the stupid Olympics of comments, these guys get the gold. They can share it, actually. They can share the. We'll have two of them on the medal stand up there, getting the gold medals around in these dopey Olympics. I don't get it. I mean that. I think usually I have a pretty good grasp on the stupidity of the radical left. And let me be clear, honestly, I'm not talking about all Democrats. My church is full of Democrats who love their God and love their country. But the radical far left clearly does not want competition with the government. So they're in this never-ending battle against religion and God, and I just don't understand what they think they're getting about. Do they think people out there, churchgoers, people who love their God, love their religion, are going to take this lying down? I don't understand. Of course they're going to fight back at the election booth and ideologically. Right. I mean, this is just an absurd strategy.
Dan, what do you mean they don't want to have the competition from the church?
Well, here's the thing. If you're a far-left radical, like you need people to be surgically attached to the government for their money, for their health care, for their kids' education. You know, someone said to me once, there's no power in yes for the government. Meaning the government has to be able to tell people no for everything. And that way you can come to them for permission, right? They don't want competition. The idea of big R rights granted by God, the right to defend yourself, the right to life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, literally from our founding documents, that's competition for the radical left. They don't want that. They have to detach you from God at every opportunity, hence this never-ending battle against religion. This is going to blow up on them if it hasn't already. Right. Big time, though.
All right, just to clarify, Senator John Marty is the one who's offended by this, and Senator Dan Hall is the Republican who wants this in our schools.
Okay, now let's move on to another thing. Same guy, same issue. Nothing to do with the game itself. Let's talk about what happens before the game. Let's talk about the NFL and the kneeling policy. We know how it's hurt business, it hurt ratings, and it caused a national dialogue, and the president's been right behind it because he's offended by it, like a lot of us. So the NFL has decided to leave it up to the individual 30-plus teams in the league to decide on their own national anthem policy. I don't mind this. I feel as though these free agents, if you go to the Patriots, you're standing. If you go to the San Francisco 49ers, you do whatever you want. So when you figure out what team you want to be drafted on, you know, if you don't want to go to that team, go to some other team. But here's the policy of my team. I don't have a problem with this. Do you?
No, I don't have a problem with it at all. But if I was an NFL owner, I mean, this is, you want to talk about like really silly business decisions. If there were a book like How to Destroy Your Business in 12 Simple Steps, step number one would be, you know, watch what the NFL did, allowing people to kneel on the field. I would fire every one of these guys. Listen, is there going to be blowback from the radical far left? Of course, there's blowback for everything. But that's usually a couple kids in mommy's basement with their Twitter, making them seem like they're more important than they are. The real Americans out there that watch the NFL, that love the sport, I mean, guys like me who don't watch it anymore, were deeply offended by this. If they fired every single one of these guys, they might actually get some of their audience back. I like the decision, but, you know, I tell you, I was at the NRA convention in Dallas, and you'd be surprised, Brian. Well, maybe you wouldn't. I spoke to probably thousands of people this weekend, and the NFL is still a big issue with them, and I don't mean it in a good way. They were really upset.
Well, it's not really a decision. They're really kind of punting on it. Hey, we don't want to decide. Everybody else figure it out.
But you know why? Because the union is standing in the way, and the NFL can't even pretend as if they're making the final decision on Park Avenue.
Negotiate.
Right. You would think it.
The
NBA did. But the NFL just can't work this out. It's unbelievable.
All right, Dan, thank you very much for joining us today from Palm City down in beautiful state of Florida.
You got it, guys.
Thank you, sir.